This is the last part about Princess Diana, and we are going to speak about what Princess Diana approaches people like. Why do they like her that much? By the end of this video, I will also show you a clip which proves that she is really great with people. I mean, she may not be very happy about it, as you will see in the clip, but it really works, and it worked on Michael Jackson as well. And he's meeting a lot of people. So, we are diving with the first clip. As you can see, interesting thing. When they shook hands, when she reached to grab his hand, she did it, it's alright. And the first thing after that, she steps closer to Michael Jackson. And that is a movement that communicates that you feel fine with the person, that you want to get closer to the person, that you are more intimate, not in a sexual way, but when you want to be charismatic, charming, you want to get closer to the people. The physical proxemics, the physical distance, also represents the mental distance. So the closer you stand to people, the closer you probably, most likely are with the person. Of course, not when you are standing in an elevator or crowded street or whatever, but when you choose how far you want to stand from people, it communicates something about how you feel with that person. So she expresses that he can feel nice around her, that she is feeling now is nice around him. That is the step closer. So if you want to communicate that you are feeling fine with someone, don't be afraid to narrow the physical distance between you two. Be careful not to do it too much, because they could misinterpret it later. But when there is some high-stakes situation like this one, when you are meeting someone and you want to break some of the ices, definitely don't be afraid to step a little bit closer to the person that you are talking to. It will be appreciated. And if they won't want that, they will step back a little bit, and, well, this equilibrium will be even again.
Sir.
What's that about? Well, Michael Jackson is obviously nervous. She asks some questions, but she is doing most of the talking. Well, generally I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend to make the other person feel nice. But when the other person is really nervous and is not about to talk, well, there needs to be this equality, there needs to be this continuity. So if they are not going to do the talking, you have to do the talking. And she is doing that at the moment. And she is from time to time, she is passing the word on Michael and like making him to say something. And the first turn of Michael, it was quite short. But the second one, it was way longer and it was way better. About Princess Diana, she looks at him, she looks directly at him. She is paying attention to Michael Jackson, she is paying undivided attention. Paying that attention is, I'd say, one of the most precious gifts you can give to people. And that will also make them feel important, make them feel respected, make them feel like they mean something and that you are listening to them and that you matter about what they are about to say. So if you can, pay attention to the other people. She is following, not sure his eyes, his mouth, whatever she is looking at. It's not obvious from the clip, but she is looking at him and paying attention to him. She also smiles. This is the most precious thing you can give to somebody. Smile. Pay attention, smile, and get closer to the person if you want to communicate that you two can be close to each other. Well, I don't know what they are talking about, and I'd say that she's doing a bit too much of talking, and I'm not sure if Michael Jackson wants to do some more of the talking, but he seems alright, and as I said, by the end of the video there'll be proof that she did great with him. She made a great impression on him. But generally, if you want to bond better with people and you are on a, like, not that high royal highness, you want to make the other person talk a lot. Maybe she is comforting him, I don't know what they are talking about, but generally I'd say make the other person feel appreciated by paying him attention and making him talk. Making him asking them questions and listen to them, to what they have to say about that. People love that, and even though I'm not Princess Diana, I'm using that on everyday basis, and well, not to be selfish, but it works.
Sounds good. A lot of great things to do. But the best kind of things we do is don't disadvantage you. So, both of us, like you said,
pay attention to what is going on around you. It will pay off and you can comfort people around you. As you could notice in this clip, Michael Jackson didn't know where to stand, and I don't know, they maybe didn't told him or whatever, but he was confused, and she noticed that. She was looking around, she was looking at the person that at that moment was important, and it was about probably, he was just the person that he is about to be. And he expressed a lot of non-dominant behavior, unconfidence, so she paid attention to him. She know what he is about to do, where he is, and that is something so powerful that you definitely want to do as well. When there is someone who you want to impress, who you want to be close to, definitely pay attention to that person, even when he is not the center of the attention, because it will make him feel appreciated, and you will create that special bond that you know about each other. And as I said, it's something that pays off at the end of the meeting of this video.
Sold in the shop downstairs.
Are they, how much do you sell them for?
£3.10 that one's going for.
Is that all?
Nurses bought it.
Under pressure. There's a lot of hard work goes into it. I mean, how long?
Asking questions, making fun, listening to the people, and being with them is something that is, well, very attractive and very powerful if you are about to charm the people. As you can see, the woman that Princess Diana is talking to is very happy and sort of relieves that it's easy conversation, that there is no pressure, there is nothing like hard about it, I'd say. I know these visits could be corny, could be like, I don't know, strange, or I don't know, but not very natural, because I know, well, it wouldn't work, it cannot work well when you have to go someplace just because you are someone. But she makes them feel like appreciated, like she makes them feel that it's not her, it's not obligated for her to go there, but she is actually caring about the people. And that is what you want to evoke in others, even though that meeting is forced by something or by someone. The same like if you, for example, work in a cafe. Well, you have to deal with the people, but you want to make them feel like you want to deal with them. Like it's alright. Like it doesn't matter that you fucking don't want to be there, don't want to work there, but you have to make them feel like this is your top priority to be there. Even though it's not true. Everybody knows that, they know it. But they want to feel like you really are there for them and you pay them attention and that you really want to provide the best service that you can. You can see it over here. She is asking something, she is making jokes and making fun of it, and that is something so easygoing, so great. So just watch the video and sort of soak up that personality.
What does it take to make
Well,
something
I really
like this?
don't know. I do the teddies as well, you know, toy teddies. I haven't got one to show, they're all sold.
What shows what a success
And
they
I
are.
can't keep coat.
Active listening skill again, once more and many more times in the future. She is looking at the person, she is looking at the woman, like she actually expresses by that eye contact, I am here with you and I am listening to you. I care about you and I want to hear from you what you are about to say. That is something powerful. And when you are nodding, it only supports the eye contact. So when you are looking at the people, yeah, I can see that. It's so powerful and so something simple that you want to start using that now and never stop. Whenever you are listening to person, listen actively. Actually pay attention to that person. You can be surprised how many things you will learn, especially when you are going to look at body language as well. But also how better the communication will flow because you are looking at a person.
I can't keep coat.
It's a great demand.
Yes.
So I can knit a dishcloth only because it's square.
Oh,
You can't go wrong.
no. They tidied me up today.
They got you up at dawn. I know, I'm sorry
Yes.
about that.
Oh no, it's been lovely. It's lovely seeing you.
And how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel fine, thank you. Yes. I'm much better than when I first came.
Again, as I said in a previous video, it's alright to express that you're nervous. Princess Diana in this video is not having a dominant body language that she can conquer the world, but she is having very nice body language for the situation. She is appeasing the person, she is calming them, she's showing that she is not there to flex or to do something like that. And she even is covering her legs. She is having legs close to each other, which is natural because she's a woman, and she touches hands. She has clasped hands often. It communicates nervousness, something that you are not 100% dominant at that moment, and that's alright. Even though when there is the woman saying something, Princess Diana grabs the blanket or whatever is that. Again, it is an expression of nervousness, of stress, of something not positive about you, and yet she is doing it and it's alright. So if you are expressing something negative about yourself, about your state, well, it's alright because it's you and you are perfect and you want to be communicating yourself, not the image, not something that is not yourself. There are times when you have to put masks on, but it's not very often and not always, definitely. Another clip.
Don't know if you'd understand.
No, I know one, and that's
That.
H.
H.
And you know why? Because when I had my tonsils out when I was very small, I had a night nurse who was called Sister Hicks. She always used to come in and say, Sister Hicks. So
This is what I've been talking about. Like, I mean, the body language is full of love at this moment from her, and when you can see that he is leaning towards her and he's smiling as well, and he's playing along with what she starts playing, and even though he's not very good at it, and it is communicating. It could be easy to misinterpret what he is expressing at that moment, but it's not about him. You can see that she is having very nice eye contact. She's looking again with her baselining, with her idyllic like head tilt, which is nice, and she's smiling. She made a joke again, which is another proof that you have to be joking as well. You have to loosen it up and unleash that fun, unleash your funny and vulnerable and lovable characteristics, your lovable personality. That is definitely within you. It's within everybody. So don't be afraid of that.
because when I had my tonsils out when I was very small, I had a night nurse who was called Sister Hicks. She always used to come in and say, Sister Hicks. So I always remember that. It doesn't get me very far, I'm afraid, in my conversations with the dead.
She approached him at this moment in that fun way, in that like teasing way, in a way that let's play along and we'll see where it goes, and that's something that you want to do. You want to be playing with your life and playing in your communications, and the more you play along and the more you offer these plays, the other people will play along most of the time, and it will deepen the relationship, it will deepen the bond between you two, and the rapport will be stronger because everybody wants to play. It's so nice. And then if you smile, if you laugh together, if you are enjoying that time, well, it's great. And if you are looking with love at the person as she is looking at Charles at this clip at least, well, it's something important. And again, the active listening, she's really listening to him, she's looking at him, listening what he's about to say, she is reacting to what he's talking about. Well, she is in a presence. It's like nice, it's nice nutshell, it's nice summarization. She is in a presence with him and she loves him, and that is what it's about. You have to like people and you have to kind of love yourself as well. And the last video, as I have promised, as you can see, he touched her. He grabbed her arm and leaned closer to her, and that, if he wouldn't feel comfortable around her, he wouldn't do. Definitely with his personality, with his sort of lump personality, if I can put it like this, he wouldn't do that. So she must have created an enormous charm, she must have created enormous atmosphere for him, that he felt comfortable to reaching out and touch her and sort of express his feelings towards her. Something very powerful, and as I said, a proof that the acts of Princess Diana are working exactly in a way, or as I put them, like creating a great charm and evoking nice feelings in other people, and they know that as well, and then they will express that. Well, she is not very happy about it. I mean, she is very happy at the very moment that that happened. As you can see, she blushes a lot, she is smiling, she is looking down, she's kind of, I don't know, ashamed and like a fan, like a small fan, like a girl fan of a boy band. But then she realizes it wasn't that good of a thing, I think, that it could have some consequences maybe in the future, and that this is just not alright for the moment that they are at that moment. And that's the reason why she's having that negative look afterwards. It's not nice to look at it, but well, that happened. Thank you very much for your attention. It's been a pleasure for me to spend this week with you talking about Princess Diana. If there is anything you would want me to talk about, please let me know. I'll be very happy hearing from you. And if you will like the video, I'll be even more than happy, because it will spread to more people will hear about that, and more people might start taking action on being more charismatic in their lives. Inspired by Princess Diana, of course. So, as I said, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.